I need to just make like a series on here called Not That Anyone Asked, because literally nobody asked me how I felt, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but I do have opinions. So there's this, you may have seen this news story floating around. I saw it on Twitter. But this man, and I don't really want to share the like actual picture. I would have put it up here, but because he has a family, I just don't want to do it. But I mean, y'all can easily find it, so I mean, I guess there's really no difference. But the point is, I'm really kind of talking about this more hypothetically. So sorry. So a man pulled up to an establishment called, I think, Bikini Beans. So it's like a Hooters but for coffee. Like, it's just like pretty girls in tight little outfits serving coffee, I guess. I mean, I saw the woman, she had like on a jacket, but she had shorts on. Anywho, chill. People like hot ladies, people like coffee. Bet. Okay. So anyway, but he pulls into the establishment, and the lady that is taking his order is filming. And I have to wonder, has he done this before? Because how would she have already known to film? So anywho, he pulls in. He's got this huge smile on his face, but his pants are off. And some people say you can tell that he's holding his little noodle. And some people say you can't see that for sure. Some people said he was wearing shorts, but he's not wearing shorts. He's naked in that seat. Anyway, and also you know that because you know that he knows that he's doing something that's a little ridiculous, because you can see the shock in his face when he realizes that he's being recorded, and he speeds off. Now some people are like, well, maybe he just doesn't like being recorded. Anywho, my point is, that's what happened. And then apparently so people are saying because he was, you know, exposed online and all of that he then committed to unaliving himself. Now I don't know for sure if we know for a fact that's why he did it, because he didn't leave I don't know if he left a note. Like, I literally don't know that part. So I don't know if this was a direct correlation to what happened, or if it's just a part of what happened. You know, for instance, there was a lady who got caught on the beach a little bit ago, using a vibrator, and she did eventually unalive herself as well, but her family is saying that those two things were not actually connected. So I don't know, like I said, if the public shaming or the just the fact that they got caught is the issue, was what led to this for this gentleman. But anywho, people are now saying this man had a family and you took this man away from his child all because you wanted some clout on the internet. Because the girl did post the video. So basically the video goes like, she can see him. He rides up, he's got, like I said, he's got this big smile on his face, and she's like, at first she's like, what can I do for you? And then she's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You need to get out of here, because she can see, like, you know, and he like, and leaves. So they were saying, oh, you took this man away from his son, because she posted it, and she basically, like, the gist of the post was, you know, if this man is in your area, he was committing lewd acts, please be careful, da 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 da. You know, and everyone's like, wow, why would you do that to him? But I feel like what we're missing is that she filmed him committing a crime of harassment, and then she was then warning the public about this man who's going around committing crimes of harassment. And so I don't think that it's fair to blame her for what then happened afterwards, because again, she's not responsible for his health. And I get that we need to be careful with people's mental health, but was he careful with hers when he pulled up with his pants off? No. Now, that being said, I've looked at some of the posts, and I've talked to my friend, and I do think there is something to be said about how we public shame people, because some people were suggesting she could have just taken that video to the police officers and had them, deal with it, and then he would, you know, they would deal with it however they saw fit. And so I think the position that she was probably taking is that this was to then warn other people about his behavior. So me and my friend were talking about this, and I was thinking, like, you know, at first I was of the mind, like, yeah, like, he didn't care how she felt when he basically committed sexual harassment. So I just don't understand, like, it's not correlating to me. Like, I don't see why she's responsible if he couldn't be responsible. And I don't mean like a tit for tat, but I mean like she was filming a crime, you know. But my friend brought up the idea of, like, you know, how when we kind of bring things to the public level, the public as a whole is very unforgiving. And there is a chance that this man, you know, was going through something crazy and just wasn't thinking right. And like, you know, this isn't something he's always like, you know, who knows why he did this. But there is a chance that he could seek healing, seek understanding. He could be served with some justice, you know, like he could go serve some time or something. But also, sorry, it's a train. Hold on, train's still going, but I think maybe the horn's done. Ooh, graffiti. I love graffiti on trains. I wonder if I can get y'all to see it. No, I don't see any art. Oh, there's one. Ooh, there's some. I saw like a really pretty blue one on one of the black cars. So where was I? Yeah, so basically, even if he, you know, say, you know, that all happened and he didn't do what he did, but instead he, you know, maybe charges were pressed for harassment, and then maybe he went to some counseling, maybe he did some, you know, some soul searching, some work on just understanding inappropriate behaviors and whatnot. Like, there's a chance this man could have turned his life around and changed and apologized, and then maybe even become some sort of, you know, someone that tries to stop people from acting in such weird, not great ways in life, you know. Maybe he had a chance to change himself. And the problem with that is that once we have publicly shamed people on the internet, a lot of people don't let things go. And I'm of the belief that for the most part, not everybody, because there are some things that I just feel like but for the most part, people do deserve to grow. People do deserve to be allowed to grow and change, and not have the worst day of their life be the only thing people think of them. Like, you're not your worst mistake you ever made. And I guess when we kind of give them this public platform, we really don't give them that chance to change. Because yeah, they can do all the work. They can change, but will the public ever acknowledge it? Well, you know, 10 years down the road, someone sees him and goes, aren't you the guy that was doing the stuff at that, you know, like, we don't let them move on. Even if he says, yes, I was that guy, but here's what I've done to change it, there are going to be people who go, bravo, and there are going to be people who go, ill, no, you're still that guy, you know. So I do, from that angle, I do see the issue. But we do it a lot, you know, like, because the thing with me, for people asking for her to be arrested, we don't ask for people to be arrested when they're filming Karens. We don't ask for people to be arrested when they're filming people like uttering racial slurs and all that, and then those people end up getting fired, they lose their jobs, they lose their friends, they lose their stuff. We don't even ask about how they're feeling emotionally, because we understand that what they did was so whack that they didn't care about how anyone else was feeling emotionally, and we kind of see it as just desserts. So like, I really don't completely understand why the tone shifted. I think the tone only shifted in this case because of what he did to himself, but I think if we take a step back and acknowledge that that could happen in any of these cases, and we usually don't give people the heat, you know what I mean? But so what are your thoughts? Because I feel like I landed somewhere in the middle. Like, yes, I think that, you know, he should have been ashamed of what he was doing, and I completely understand them wanting to film him and like warn other people about it, but maybe the better way to go about it would have been to just take that to the police, and then maybe even put up a sign at your shop about why he's not allowed there. Say the police couldn't find him right away. Put up a sign with his picture saying that he's not allowed for disrespectful acts. Maybe even go to local shops and talk to them in person. That maybe the internet was a step too far. Maybe that's the truth. I don't know. How do you all feel about it? Please let me know. I want to know your opinions. Like, is it a step too far to internet shame people for doing bad things, because it usually means that the public isn't going to give them a second chance? Or is it kind of a you reap what you sow? And if you do think it's a bad idea to do that, are we going to apply the same idea to Karens and rude people in public doing rude things like slurs and, you know, stuff like that? Like, does it work there too? Because it has to work both ways, right? I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I am, to put this disclaimer, I am sorry that it ended the way it did. I wish he had not done what he did, because he, you know, first of all, he had, every life is precious, and I don't know that this man has ever hurt anybody like in any other way, but I would like to have hoped that he could have changed. And he does have a child, and he does have a wife, and he has family and friends who loved him. And yes, he did something very wrong, but I just, you know, obviously I wish he hadn't taken his own life. So I will say, yeah, I'm never gonna celebrate that. But was she wrong? Do y'all think she's wrong? All right. That's all I've got for today. I'll talk to you guys later. I love to talk to you guys in my car. Okay, bye. There's one. Oh no, it went blurry. Why did it do that? Okay, I guess I'm done, but yeah.
Hey yo, you ever notice how scared we are of our emotions? Being humans, a condition controlling. I'm just trying to shine bright in the sky, but the devil working overtime, cause I'm just trying to clear my head, but my thoughts just keep getting louder and staying.